Hello, my friends, and peace be with you. My name is Samarah Grace Daniels, and I'm a minister and teacher and kind of a all-around curious person about what's going on in the world. Like many of you, I watched what happened on Wednesday, and I had horror, of course, and I had bewilderment and anger and sadness all at once. And for the last 22 years, I've also been a channel for Mother Mary. And so she's my go-to girl to say, what in the world is happening right now? And so this is my message to you. I've decided that every Monday, I'm going to do my best to give you a short version of my take on things, which of course you're free to accept, reject, take part of, because we all have our own way of walking in the world. And I would never want you to do anything that wasn't right for you. So I offer it to you in that open-spirited, open-hearted way. But Mother Mary was saying to me that in the world, there will be no peace until there is justice. And so I went back and looked up the origin of the word peace, as it goes back to, of course, both Latin and Greek. And what was interesting for me is that in Greek, the word is Irene, E-I-R-E-N-E. And not only is it about sort of the cessation of war and the lack of all of that craziness going on, it also referred to a particular kind of peace that required the proper administration of both justice and goods. And that took me down a road of discovery for a little while I was thinking back onto all of the different uprisings that have taken place in the world, and about how often a certain group of people is sort of pushed down and segregated and said that they're not as good as that group of people or whatever, and blamed for certain things, whether it's the witch hunts that took place so long ago, or the witch hunts that are still taking place today, where we want to blame somebody for why our lives aren't working. And as interesting as that might be, my own heart and my own belief is that it all begins within. And so peace be with you, peace be with you. And how do we create peace? How do we even go there when between the news and our lives and the COVID-19 virus and so many challenges happen? And again, I went to Mother Mary, and the answer was the peace is within. And so for me, that means, prayer and meditation and reading some books that inspire me. But I thought I wanted to do more. I wanted to offer you something every Monday, kind of my manna to you. Now you might ask, what's manna? Well, in the Bible, in Exodus, manna is the bread that God poured down for the Israelites as they made their journey across the desert for 40 years. But what was interesting about manna is that, at least according to the biblical story, if you tried to take too much, if you tried to kind of save some for tomorrow, it rotted. So you were only to take your daily bread. And so each day was a new offering and a new feeding and a new time to take in nourishment. But you weren't to take more than your share. And as I look out at all that has happened, I've been on this planet for a while, what I see is this disparity between those who have and those who don't, those who look at themselves as entitled and those who look at themselves as somehow out of the abundance offering. What I want to commit to myself and what I'm offering to you on this day is that we can come into alignment with our own peace, whether that's walking in nature, whether that's petting your dog, whether that's being kind to a neighbor. No, we each have our own way. But I believe with all my heart that we will not have peace while we're blaming and pointing fingers and making some group the enemy. And that has been used many, many times to put despots in power, to make one group wrong bad. They're the blame for everything. So I think as we look ahead into the future of our beautiful world, and I'm crossing my fingers that we keep it that way, we have to find a way to find the peace within and to have the manna within, and then to offer back out our peace in whatever way feels right to us. The last thing I want to just sort of pop into your mind today is that COVID is all about the transmission of these little droplets through the breath. So I couldn't help but think, what are we breathing in and what are we breathing out? And if we're breathing in our judgment, if we're breathing in our entitlement, if we're breathing in our anger, then that's also what we're breathing out. And I believe in a way that also becomes the toxicity of what's in the air. So with all my heart, I ask of you, breathe in light, breathe out love, breathe in peace, breathe out harmony. Peace be with you. And may you dwell in beauty. May you dwell in bounty. May you dwell in blessings. And for my great love of Hawaii, may you dwell in aloha. That is my wish for you. And you'll see me every Monday offering something, because I think what I want to breathe out through our amazing version of conversation these days is my wish for you, that peace be with you. And that includes the old Greek definition of the proper administration of both justice and goods. And so my prayer is that as we move into a new administration, that idea of peace has to be combined with justice and the proper administration of the wealth and bounty that is here for all of us. May you be well. May you dwell in beauty, bounty, blessings, and aloha. Thank you so much for listening, and I appreciate any comments that are positive, and if they're negative, don't want to see them. So have a nice day. Bye.